Hello, my loves. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to make together a pick a card video reading with three different options that has to do with your self-healing, and we are going to connect this healing phase, this self-healing phase, with the upcoming new moon in Pisces. So the question of the day is, what is the lesson that I'm currently in, and what this new moon in Pisces is going to teach me in order to resolve my situation. We have three different piles, three different options: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And as you see here, we have some cards that is going to point out the specific area of your life that this issue influences and affects. So, let's begin with pile number 1. I'm giving you one moment. Before we begin, I'm giving you one moment to take a deep breath, connect with your intuition, and choose the pile you want. Okay, if you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, we can begin with our first pile. Okay, let's do some space here for our cards. And let's see what is the actual area of your life that this issue affects most. We have προσωπική ανάπτυξη, personal improvement. That means that this issue is coming from the deepest part of yourself, from an unconscious level, and influences all the areas of your life in one way or another. Let's put it here. Let's keep these cards apart because this is your advice card on how to resolve this issue, how to heal. And let's start with your oracle card that points out the general theme of your reading, which is nourish. Nourish. Number 23. Let's see your card. Number 23, nourish. Nourish always speaks about the way we are connecting with our deepest part of ourselves. And how we can, here, can you see the star here? The star card is also a card in tarot, in the classical tarot deck, in Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. The star card, as well as in all the tarot decks, is a card of self-healing, of healing, of personal resolution, of hope. And nourish here speaks about the nurturing of our body, mind, and soul. And why I'm telling you this? Because here we have the star, which for me is symbolization of the part of your soul, we have also the earth. The earth is a symbolization of how we connect with our physical body. So it symbolizes the physical body. And also around the earth we have this white aura, this light that is also connecting with the star that is our soul plane. And for me it symbolizes the mental plane. So here with the 23 number 2 and 3, the number 2 symbolizes the wisdom, the number 3 symbolizes the fertility. It also symbolizes the grounding of this and the alignment. 2 plus 3 equals 5. The number 5 is a number of challenge, sorry, but also a number of change. For me, this card is showing us that at this point of time, your issue is that you cannot change your ways in order to bring balance and nourish all the 3 parts of your existence. That means your soul, your physical body, as well as your mind plane, your mental plane, sorry. In other words, this is what your spirit guides are telling you that you need now. Nurturing of yourself. Let's see, what is the pattern that you're currently experiencing and how later on we can change this pattern. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, we have the Prince of Discs, which is the Page of Pentacles. And we also have the Three of Wands reversed. You see, another 3. Another 3. And what I'm going to say that in this deck, as you see here, the Three of Wands has the keywords virtue. So for me, this is talking about some kind of purification, because here we have also the Ace of Swords. 3, as I said previously, is the number of fertility, is the number of expansion, is the number of alignment, 3 parts of your existence, as I said. So here in the middle we have the Day Trader, which is the Prince of Discs, the Page of Pentacles upright. Here, with the Ace of Swords reversed, what I'm getting is that there is some kind of communication from your environment, and not only from your environment, also from your spirit guides, that you are not hearing. And I'm going to say that you are not hearing because here we have swords energy. The swords energy is also connecting with the crown chakra, and the only psychic channel that some people have and exists in the crown chakra, on the crown chakra, is the clear audience, the clear hearing. As you can see here with the Prince of Discs, behind this guy there are some PCs with a lot of information and statistics. Also, the Page of Pentacles symbolizes the student, the one that learns things at this point of time. This guy here, although when we have some pages energies, we are talking about youth, we're talking about young energies, younger energies. Here we have a middle-aged man. And what is took my attention here is this action here that he's doing, pointing out his finger up. And this for me is like he's telling us, okay, it's okay, I've got it. The actual thing here is that from all these cards is that you are not hearing. Sometimes you tend to say to people around you that you got this, when actually in reality you are not going anywhere here with the Virtue. And also here with the Three of Wands reversed and the keyword Virtue and the Ace of Swords reversed, it's like you're telling lies in yourself. It's like a self-deceptive energy. So here, what you need to understand is that there are some information in your environment. You are getting some specific directions from your intuition, from your inner voice, and you are not hearing them. Why? Because there is this tendency to feel that you have already achieved the completion of this lesson. I don't want to be offended, but this reminds me of the person that knows it all, Mr. Perfect. But what your cards are telling me here is that you are not in alignment with yourself. You think you are, but you are not. You think that your mind, body, and soul are well nurtured, when in fact they need some kind of purification and nurturing. And here, with the Ace of Swords reversed, what I'm getting is that you have to obtain some mental clarity, especially in your crown chakra. Here we have the purple color. And also down here we have the crown. So for me, it's like a blockage on your crown chakra. Be open to receive information, because the Three of Wands reversed, it's a card that is blocking your expansion. For some of you, it's quite possible to have Virgo in your chart, Sagittarius, or Gemini. Strong Virgo placement on your 9th house. So what you need to understand at the moment is that you have to open up your horizons, to open up the way you think, to start accepting information from others. Be open to receive, because the most of the time you are getting this attitude, I know it all. Let's see, what is your advice from the card? Page of Pentacles. Again, you see, Page of Pentacles coming up as the Page of Pentacles. What is the significant portraying of this card, which I want you to understand why this advice came up for you. As you see here, we have the same card from two different decks. This man here, as I said, believes that he knows it all, while he is a Prince of Discs, while he is a Page of Pentacles. And he's detaching himself from his community or his social circle, and he communicates through PCs, through internet. Not so directly, I would say. He doesn't select a way to communicate directly with others and have some kind of an actual exchange of energy. What he selects? To be in his bubble and feel safe and secure that he knows it all. But this is not a way of learning. So for others of you, there is also a tendency to be alone, to seek for loneliness. And you detach yourself from others. But at the same time, what this card is telling you is that you detach yourself from life experience. And this is not, of course, is not going to expand your existence. Here, with this card, in any case, and in any scenario that I referred here, what this Page of Pentacles, this Page of Materials, showing us and tells us as an advice card is to start connecting with our heart space. Here we have the rose flower. The rose flower is the flower of the heart chakra. So, as well as we once we start connecting with our inner self, with our inner voice, once we bring to the crown chakra love, once we start thinking in a way that is connecting us with our heart space, and we start acting like this, once we start dressing up all this behavior, we will start connecting from a heart space with other people that are in the same frequency. And what is the actual gift that we gain from all this? What is the actual blessing? Is that we start exchange energy from a higher level, from a place of heart, from space, from a heart space, from a place of love, of unconditional love, of a higher frequency. This is what you have to understand at this point of time. That you have to raise your vibration. How? By starting connecting with people around you. Be open to receive new information. By stop detaching yourself from others. And stop telling yourself that you have already known this lesson. You are not almost there. You may feel a middle-aged nun, but you are a young boy on a spiritual level. That's why your higher self is calling you to balance and establish a new way of thinking. And also feel aligned with all the three parts of your existence. Your soul plane, your mental plane, and your physical body as well. Let's see your final card, which is your advice from the universe. And it says, δεν πονάει το να απελευθερώνω κάτι από τη ζωή μου, πονάει η προσπάθεια να το κρατήσω νομίζοντας ότι το χρειάζομαι. Number 13. Number 13 is the number in the major arcana, is the number of the death card, which means transformation. And this card, what is the advice here from the universe? It doesn't hurt when I release something from my life. It hurts the effort to keep it when I don't actually need it. This is something that is reminding you, especially here with the Prince of Discs, that you keep some specific ways of thinking, some specific patterns that you are not willing to let go. You have the tendency that you know it all, but you don't know it all. This is what this card says. Release what you don't need anymore. But in order to do this, you have to be a virtue. You have to show virtue towards yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. What is blocking me? What is the pattern that keeps me from a distance from others? What keeps me at a distance from others? This is what you have to understand at this point of time. And how also this pattern help you to nourish and nurture yourself. Or it was maybe a pattern or a way of thinking that tortured yourself from the inside. These are the questions that you have to ask towards yourself. So that is the message of this new moon in Pisces, and this is the actual guiding from your spirit guides in order to resolve this type of issue that you have. And let's move on to pile number 2. Thank you, pile number 1. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Here we are with your pile. Let's see what is your what is the field that affects this issue that your spirit guides are pointing out at this point of time. And it says εργασία. In other words, career. Let's put it here. So this issue is influencing your career at the moment. Here we have your advice cards. Let's put it here, and let's see the general theme of your reading, which is meditation. Number 8. This card is telling us that at this point of time you need some kind of a break. You have to take a break, and you have to be in your safe space, connect with yourself, and find some peace within. Because the number 8, it's also a number that is connecting with your inner strength. In other words, what your spirit guides are telling us at this point of time is that you need a break in order to connect with your inner strength. And here, as you can see, there is a heart, and inside this heart there is a sun, which is the power of your solar plexus and the power also of your heart space, your inner temple. What I'm getting intuitively here is that you maybe have strong placements in Leo, or that this issue starts to coming up to the surface from the full moon in Leo. So let's move on and see what is the pattern that you currently experiencing because of this issue in your job and career. We have the Tower. Okay. We have the 9 of Cups reversed. Okay. And we have the 8 of Cups upright. Okay. Here I've got 2 different scenarios. The first scenario that I'm going to tell you, it may be resonate for some of you. The other scenario may be resonate for others of you. The first scenario talks about a specific situation in your work environment that is not fulfilling for you, is not any longer fulfilling for you. And you may start recognizing that you have to walk away and that you have to make a significant change in your work environment, perhaps a change of your career, change of job environment, change that includes some kind of um, abandonment of specific patterns in your work environment that may seem to be quite stable, but for you are not emotionally fulfilling. The other scenario talks about a specific release of a contract, and this may shock you in a way. You may feel that what you currently experience in your job was quite fulfilling, but here with the tower we have a change out of the blue that force you to abandon this work environment and move on to another job, or you may look for a new job because you were fired from your previous job, and this is causing you some type of disappointment at this point of time. And again, in this case, your advice is to start meditating, start connecting with yourself, because that step was a necessary step in this transition phase. Because in both cases, we are talking about a transitioning phase in your life and in your work life, more specifically. I'm getting strong zodiac signs, as I said, of Leo, Pisces as well, and Aquarius. In this point of time, your spirit guides are calling you to see things as they are and start recognizing that this pattern that you have already experienced in the past was not serving your higher purpose, your soul purpose. What you have to understand at this point of time, here with the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups reversed, is that you are not meant to do a job or a career that is not fulfilling for your heart, for your inner child. You cannot be in a place and you cannot be productive in a job or in a career that you are not creative, that you are not using your creative skills. And here with the Tower card, because we are talking about a major arcana, as you can see here, we have a tower that is drowning in the water. You may were afraid to move on from a specific situation in your job because you felt that you would be drowning in your own emotions. Well, when actually these emotions were an obstacle to move forward and to develop yourself, to be evoluted spiritually and practically. So the universe gave you this tower moment. In some cases, this tower moment was some kind of an unexpected event. In other cases, it was an epiphany, an inner epiphany that you had, that you have to move on from the situation, that you have to make some changes, some significant changes. Because this situation didn't give you the happiness you are searching for. So the pattern here and the issue is that you sometimes tend to stay in situations that are not fulfilling for you, just for the sake of not feeling drowned from your emotions. And what is your advice? Let's see, what is the advice here? 6 of Cups, 6 of Emotions. Again, a card of emotions is your advice card. And here I have spoken about your inner child. Here we have the child. So for me, your spirit guides are telling you that this pattern that you are experiencing in your job and career is related to a trauma that happened in your childhood, since you were a child. And you have learned to stay in that karmic cycle, in that comfort zone of not feeling happy, just for the sake of not losing something that is familiar to you. Also here, some of you may have strong placements in Cancer. And what this card is telling you with the 6 of Cups is to reunite with your inner child, is to connect with your inner child and open a new path. Because here we get a new path that leads towards light. And also here we have the Saturn planet. The planet Saturn shows us that this is your karmic lesson. You have to get out of this karmic circle. This karmic cycle, circle. Yes. Perhaps that environment was a karmic circle for you. A karmic circle of souls, that a specific soul contract, because here we have the number 6, and number 6 talks about spiritual contracts. You may have a specific contract with this environment that you were, with these people, in order to learn this type of lesson, this issue, to resolve this issue. So here the card is telling you to not think of a past. Whatever happened, happened. You have to move forward. And also you are able to create new memories, but new memories of happiness. Not memories that may seem familiar to you, but have a great amount of sadness and disappointment. This must change. This is what your spirit guides are telling you at this point of time. You have to release of the past, to let go. And to not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, of what feels familiar to you, of what feels as a safe space for you. The only safe space, for you, is the space of your heart, of connection with your inner child, of your inner space, your inner temple. This is the only safe space that you have. A safe space is not related to environments, is not related to people. It is related with our higher selves, with our heart space, with our sacred space, a space of silence, of inner silence, where we have all the tools in order to decide and to plan our future according to what fulfills us. And let's see your card here. It says, γιορτάζω για όλα αυτά που ευγνωμονώ και έχω ήδη στη ζωή μου. Η χαρά που η γιορτή μου δίνει αυξάνει αυτόματα τη δυναμική της δόνησης. And this is a great advice for you. Number 11, Justice card. Number 11 in Major Arcana in Tarot cards is the Justice card, which, as I said, talks about the release of karma and also talks about the release of karmic contracts of the past. Restore of the karmic balance is a card that 1111 also shows us manifestation. Pillar of power. And here, this card says, I celebrate for all that I have already in my life. The enjoyment that this celebration, that this gratitude gives me, it also at the same time raises my vibrancy. As long as I am gratitude for what I have already in my life, I raise my vibrancy. And as I raise my vibrancy, I am ready to manifest whatever I want in the most magnificent way. So I can design my future according to what is fulfilling for me, to what gives me enjoyment, what gives me joy, what is developing my creative skills, and also makes me feel secure in a practical way. Because here with 1111 we are talking about manifestation. Number 11 is also a pillar, the power. And you have the power to move on from this unfulfilling way of life, an unfulfilling way of career, of experiencing your career life. Again, we have the number 8, strength. You have the strength. So as long as you are gratitude for what you have until now, for what you have obtained already. You are able to raise your vibrancy and create a new path, a new career, a new job, find a new job, a new environment, a new work environment. So that was your message for you. That was the message for you. It was quite clear and straightforward from your spirit guides. I hope it helped you. It gave you some kind of clarity. And until next time, I'm going to say bye to you and move on to pile number 3. Thank you. Okay, here we are again with pile number 3. And let's see what is the actual field of your life that your current issue, what your spirit guides are pointing out as an issue that needs your attention at the time, influences your life. We have κοινωνικές σχέσεις. Relationships, in other words. All kind of relationships, but here with social relationships it talks about friendships or love relationships. Here is your advice cards. Here are your advice cards, sorry. And here is the general theme of your reading. Grounding with the number 6. What I'm getting from this card is that you may feel that some type of relationships in your life are not so grounded at this point of time. You may try to manifest a specific relationship. And yes, this is your affirmation and confirmation as well. This is your actual confirmation, that yes, your relationships in general at this point of time are not grounded. You may see this pattern in your love relationships, especially if you are experiencing a long distance relationship, or a relationship with emotional distance. And here, with the light that divides this tree, it's like a divine intervention that keeps you at the moment from the partners, from the love partners, from a specific person that you want to ground a specific relationship with, and may this maybe this divine intervention is keeping you away for a reason. Let's move on and see. What are you experiencing at the time? The Sun in reverse. the full upright, and the judgment. Well, why I'm getting two different scenarios here, and these scenarios talk about love relationships? It's like there are, in some cases, we are talking about you expecting a specific reconciliation. In other cases, there is a person that wants to reconcile with you and you are not feeling ready to tap into this. You want to make a fresh new start. So here with the sun in reverse, even if you want a reconciliation, even if you don't want a reconciliation, with the sun in reverse here, this expectation that you have comes from a place of trauma, comes from a place of insecurity. This is what I'm getting here. And also with grounding, it's like you are not letting go of the fear in order to ground this potential that you have in this relationship. So I'm going to explain it to these two different scenarios as well. If you are expecting for a reconciliation, for a person coming back in your life, please ask yourself, is this something that I want because I don't want to feel alone? Because everybody in my life in the past have abandoned me? Is this because I want to fulfill that need, that craveness for love inside me in order to feel secure? And that's why I want this reconciliation? Is this the only possibility, the only person that I am able to have in my life because I feel insecure for myself? There are many different reasons, but the general theme here says that this is because of your insecurity. This is because of some kind of fear. It may be a fear of abandonment. It may be a low self-esteem. Why are you trying to keep that person and reconcile with this person? Because you're not wanting to feel alone? Because you don't want to experience some kind of rejection? Are you pointing this out if this person won't come back? Is this for you some kind of rejection, of a failure? So this is something in the first scenario that you have to observe. This is what your spirit guides are telling you. Here with the judgment, you have to be honest with yourself. Again, you have to to open up the wardrobe and let the skeletons come out. This is not the time to keep these skeletons of the past in your wardrobe, the skeletons of your past traumas, of your insecurities. All have to be clear. All have to be on the surface. While the sun illuminates the truth, and you have to be true to yourself. Yes, you may fear this leap of faith, this new phase, but you have to do it. In the first scenario. In the second scenario, while a person is coming towards you for a reconciliation, you have to think, why are you avoiding this person? Is it because you have experienced a very difficult life with this person? You feel pressured? You feel that you couldn't express yourself as you wanted? Or is it because you have the tendency to be the runner and open new cycles without thinking that, yes, I have to stay here and try more. I have to stay here and ground and complete a cycle that I want to create. It's like, here you have the last card, not the last card, but the Judgment, one of the final cards, and here we have the Fool. But again, the Sun is in reverse. Your self-expression is reversed. Why? Are you afraid to express yourself? Are you feeling pressured? Why? This is what your spirit guides are telling you. Why are you feeling insecure to express yourself? Even here with the Judgment card, when things are becoming more tough in a relationship, not all the relationships are always light-hearted. They had some difficulties, but you have to express yourself. You have to stand up and speak for yourself. Is it a great solution to be the runner? Why? Because every time you are going to be the runner, and you will not manage to ground, to manifest what you want, what you're searching for. So let's go and see, what is your advice card here? Temperance reversed. You have to work more on your emotional balance. You have to learn and be open to the opposite energy of you. This insecurity, this fear that you have, in any case and scenario, is causing you emotional imbalance. And that's why your spirit guides are telling you to search for some kind of therapy or an alternative healing way to restore your emotional balance. Because this is the most essential part of your healing process. What I'm also getting for some of you is that you don't have to feel shocked. Healing is not a shocking phase. Yes, you may feel a little peculiar, strange at first. Yes, you have to put some extra effort, but this is not something that the universe is trying and your spirit guides are trying to make you feel bad about. They are trying to make you feel healthier, make you feel happy, and restore all this imbalance and get rid of that fear, of that insecurity, of that low self-esteem, and be connected with your truest version of yourself, with your pure essence, the pure essence of your soul, with your inner child, with your creativity, with your self-expression, with your power, with your inner power. Do not be afraid to make that leap of faith. And here, that fool is not that leap of faith in order to change the situation almost at the same time. You have to take a leap and start your self-healing journey, because this is going to bring the most beautiful results for you, the most beautiful blessings for you. Let's move on and see your advice card. Δεν μπορώ να αγαπάω κάποιον χωρίς να τον εμπιστεύομαι και να πιστεύω σε αυτόν. Αγαπάω αληθινά ξεκινώντας από εμένα. Number 14. Number 14. Temperance. This is the translation of this card. And what is the message here? I cannot love someone without trusting him. So, in order to trust him, I have to start trusting and loving me first. This is the fool, as I said. You have to start your self-healing. You have to start embracing your inner power to love yourself more. You have to get rid of this low self-esteem. You have to get rid of this fear. You have to feel balanced, emotionally balanced. Number 14, the temperance, which here is in reverse. You have to work more on your emotional balance and feel emotionally balanced and feel secure in your own skin. And this will project to others this vibrancy, and you're going to receive back self-acceptance, acceptance in general, but because of your self-acceptance, you will receive acceptance from others. But first, you have to work on this self-acceptance. You have to feel secure in your own skin. You have to love yourself more. So for you, the message was quite clear, my loves. We know that love relationship and social relationships in general has some kind of equilibrium. So if we trust ourselves, if we love ourselves, we are projecting this vibe to others and we're getting it back. This energy is mirrored back to us in the most beautiful way. But because we have started to work on this, we had manifested it, no one else. This is the actual power of grounding. So I hope it helped you, my loves. Thank you a lot for being here. I hope it helped you. I hope it gave you some clarity. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much.